We'll move to our last and final yet favorite topic on This and the Third, and that's none other than relationships. So what's topping us off in relationships this week, baby girl?
Okay, so dear DC, I'm in a relationship with a man who treats me great when we are alone and also in front of his friends and family.
As he should.
My issue is that when we are not together, he does not communicate sometimes for days. Am I being paranoid and just looking for a fault, or should I have concern?
What say you?
Maybe he has stuff to do.
This nigga sounds like he's gainfully employed. Who has time to talk when you're like out of sight, out of mind, man? Our time together is our time together. I'm getting to this bag, so when we spend time together, we can spend some of this bag. What's the problem, man? It's not like he's falling off the grid for months and ghosting your ass. Yeah. That might be some, I have a family somewhere else. Days, time flies, man. And if you're gainfully employed, if you're a boss, if you're doing shit, you don't really have time to be, and by the way, hey, big head.
I mean, you could.
We know you have a big head, huh?
We could shoot
Man, follow me on Instagram, man. You'll see exactly where I'm moving. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. In today's day and age, again, relationships are different. And I think this is another testament to that fact. That's just my opinion, though. And my opinion can't be wrong.
Okay. All right. So, dear DC, is there such thing as a man crying too much? Well, I'm in a relationship in which my guy be in his feelings. Lately, he's been crying almost daily, whether it is because of his job situation or due to the passing of his grandmother and aunt. He is being overly sensitive, or am I just being insensitive?
I think, yes, there is such thing as a man crying too much. I think men should cry annually. I think you should cry annually and no more than once a month. So in between 1 and 12 times a year, men should be able to cry. You know what I'm saying? But daily? I don't think women should cry. I don't think babies should cry daily. Like, what's so fucked up about being a baby? What's so messed up about your relationship? I mean, your working situation. Your grandmother is grand in age. She's going to die. So why are you, it's just like you had to be expecting these things.
Get the grief, right? So I get the, maybe you want to cry 3 days consecutively, right? That's cool, but then afterwards?
Yeah, you got to take 2 months off.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Daily, I could not handle.
I cannot handle that, G.
I couldn't.
I mean, go to the unemployment office and you have 2 grandmothers by default. So, love the other one.
That would annoy me. Okay. So, no, you're not being insensitive. He's just overly sensitive.
Yeah.
Last but not least, dear DC, if you are in a relationship and your significant other wants to exchange numbers with random women or men they just met in a social gathering, should they keep it a secret? Let's say the partner has good intentions and only wants to exchange the number to stay connected for social gatherings, networking, got a podcast, whatever.
Check us out.
Should the partner tell their loved one that they have exchanged numbers with the opposite sex? Is it okay to meet new people of the opposite sex and not tell your partner? Why or why not?
First of all, that's a long-ass question.
It was.
It's a lengthy inquiry. But this is my thing. Full transparency eliminates the cheating. It sounds like, is this appropriate? Is this cheating? Is like the undertone or the spirit of the question. It's not cheating if you will be fully transparent about the fact that you exchange contact information with this upstanding person that's of the opposite sex, right? But I don't think that's necessary these days. You call a nigga on Instagram now. Like I used to say it was safe. Like, yo, you can just follow me, you know what I'm saying? You can keep in contact with me. You can call on Facebook, you can call on IG, or you can call regular. So now giving out your IG and allowing somebody to follow you is damn near like giving them your number anyway. My question is, are you answering the call? You know what I'm saying? I've given my number to plenty of people. I've given fellowship opportunities to plenty of people. I would never respond to any outreach. So it's a decision when the ball is in your court. Or take their number. Yeah. Can you take a number and not use it and it's appropriate? Or, is it just strictly platonic and we trying to build a network here? I don't know. What say you?
I think if it's on a business type thing or you trying to build your following and stuff like that. So I think there can be good intentions.
Right.
Most men think so if you're in that relationship, your significant other is going to think every guy wants to screw you anyway. So it's like a lose-lose. Yeah. Nobody really wins. So
just don't tell the nigga.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. Mom is the word. And I will say this, man.
Unless the guy is open, cool,
Right.
and he's in the same field. Sometimes you got to be on the same lane, in the same lane, and then they're like, oh yeah, no, no big
Right.
deal. But not every guy is like that.
But I will say this, because of the way in which people tend to meet these days,
Yeah.
let's say that you are exchanging phone numbers and or social media information, I think that a lot of people will kind of like check your page out to get to know you versus, man, I'm gonna have this conversation, I'm gonna, get to know you in person. I just see what you on, or at least how you present and represent, and make my decision on my outreach thereafter. So it depends, I guess, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, that about wraps us up for another dope episode of This, That, and the Third. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to all of our social media, YouTube, Facebook, IG, This, That, and the Third with the third spell I like the Roman numeral 3. And on YouTube, please subscribe, and it's under Calvin and Reese, spelled as it sounds. I am Calvin Leroy King the Third. My lovely co-host is with the mostest, Miss Reese PC, the one and only. And we are the undisputed king and queen of Chicago podcast. Check us out.